What's up, everybody? It's me again, and it's time to lean in, bitch. We are back for the Real Housewives of Atlanta. As you can see, somebody else is here with me today. To my, what is this? My left or my
Yes,
right? Lamicia. How you doing, Lamicia?
I am wonderful. Finally, I get to lean in.
Yes, you
You
have
finally
been.
got me.
I finally, I've been said I'm gonna have you on. I just have to find the right time, the right moment. And you have been watching a lot of my videos since even when I was just writing out on Facebook. So I'm glad to have you here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good time, good session. And I'm also glad to have you here because you are a Kenya Moore stan, and I've never had a Kenya Moore stan on my show. Because
Okay.
my phone. Sorry, I am not a Kenya Moore stan.
Now look,
Uh,
I'm not gonna be biased now, like, cause this last episode, I'm like, girl, wait a
yeah,
minute,
and that's why I
what kind
say
of hosting is this?
I try to get people on that's not biased. People are always gonna feel like somebody's biased when they don't agree with their opinion. But at the same time, I think you're gonna have some fair things to say because what we saw is what we saw. So
Yeah,
let's go
yeah,
ahead and lean in. Let's get started. This episode is obviously a pickup from where they're going to South Carolina, right? And obviously the girls
right,
were
right.
upset at the last episode because they were that Kenya and Latoya took a jet. And so in this
Mm-hmm.
episode, they pick up with them on the bus, and Kandi is defending Kenya about basically why she probably brought the baby. And
And I'm
so,
glad she did that
okay, go ahead and give
because
me your
to
thoughts
me
about
that
that.
made sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the other girls have to understand they have the husbands, you got your sister, you got your mother.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kenya doesn't have that luxury. Like her husband is in what, like New York or something.
Who knows?
Then they're going through the divorce, and
Mm-hmm.
then you don't want to make it look like, oh, she's off with the girls and she left my baby with somebody
Mm-hmm.
else. So to me it made sense why she would bring her kid. It's
I
a
agree.
girls trip, not a bring your family trip. So
Yeah.
I
Well,
totally understood and glad Candy defended
had her
that.
back. I think with
Yeah.
that, like I said, I don't see any issue with that either. And I'm me personally, like I said in my last recap, I'm always anti kids for the trip. But if she absolutely
I am
had
too.
to have brought the baby, then I guess that's fine. But my thing is, I'm surprised that she was able, because she's going through so much with Mark right now at this time, and she can't even
Exactly.
show the baby face no more. We've seen Brooklyn's face a million times. It's crazy that now they're blurring her face out. Like this whole episode, last episode, her face is blurred out.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I'm just glad because I'm sure if he had really had his way, he could have said the baby can't go nowhere, and then that probably would have made King stay at home. Because you know,
E- Exactly. So like I totally got
hmm
it. And it was so funny, like the girls like, oh, I should have brought my baby. Like, girl, y'all
no,
drinking, twerking,
exactly.
you are not gonna bring your kids
And
on
that's
this
what, and
trip.
that I don't understand that. So okay, moving forward into the episode, obviously all the girls they arrive or whatever, and Kenya and Latoya are doing this murder mystery thing, but obviously they want to just party. You know, if we let's rewind back a second when Cynthia got there, she got there first. They actually ended up being on the
How did
bus
she get
for.
there first though?
Well, she drove separately, but they somehow was in I don't know traffic, something like that for 8 hours. I would have been over
Yeah.
it. So I was glad that they didn't get off the bus with a bad attitude. They really were excited to have fun. But as far as the murder mystery
Mhm.
thing, like, what were your thoughts on that? Do you feel like it was like what you mean? And
Trash. Like, girl, like I didn't get it at all. And then you got people running in with guns. Like, we don't do that. Like, where they do that at?
well, I like
Like,
that
no.
she did say, let's not have the guns pointing at the girls. Like the lady was like up or down. So the girls, I feel like they was kind of shook. I really only saw Cynthia and Portia jumped over the couch like a regular black person, like out of here.
Exactly.
she,
Like, I
jumped-
would have did the same thing.
I would have,
Like,
I don't know what I would have did, but I would have. Listen, a big
I
lady
just
come
think
and
it
pass out
required
on
too
the
much
floor.
thinking.
Yeah, and
It's too
for
much thinking. I'm trying to drink. Like,
so
it's
getting
too much
there
thinking.
on the first day and this is happening, I would say I'll be like, okay, Kenya, like this could be like they could have did this on the second day where there was nothing going on.
Yeah,
But to arrive after being in the bus for 8 hours and tell my girl, look, I just want to drink or I want to go to bed. I don't want to play no murder mystery.
exactly.
Um,
Exactly.
I like that she was trying to basically find a way to give out a different room. How did you feel about the rooming assignments?
I actually felt it was really good
Mm.
because Marlo, her expectations were a little too high. To me, you should have been glad you were on the trip. And
Mm.
you thinking you finna get like a big room? Like, girl, come on now. Like Marlo,
But when they say
no.
stuff like that, I'm like, could she have really excluded her from the trip? Like, if this was real life, sure, but because they're filming and she's technically part of the cast, could she, I wonder could she? I mean, well, technically yes, because Lauren disinvited Kenya to their event, so
Yeah.
maybe.
So I felt it was good she was there.
So you,
Period.
so you basically say the same thing Kenya said.
Exactly.
I feel like they,
Exactly.
but you know what? Okay, okay, I can see that. So we're gonna skip around and talk about some stuff out of order. It don't really matter. With Marlo, now I felt
Okay.
like she was being a little dramatic with the room, in my opinion, because she tried to make it seem like she was so hurt over the blue room, and I'm just like, why are you hurt? Because everyone else has better rooms. Like, I don't get that. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. I feel like her expectations were too high. And then Marlo tries to play like the victim, like, oh, I don't know why Kenya doesn't like me. Like, girl, you throw jabs at Kenya every chance you get. Y'all ain't never got along. So why would you think you're gonna have a big sweep? Like,
that's
you
true.
should have just been
That's
happy to be
real.
there.
That's very real. I'm not
Like,
gonna
that's how
lie.
I feel.
As a person that hosts trips, I first of all I would just say that if I was in a relationship like Kenya and Marlo, Marlo wouldn't have been there. But this is filming, like I'm saying. So if I had to film somebody or invite
Exactly.
somebody on something, I was hosting it. Yeah, they probably gonna get a good room. I agree. So this is the first time I probably really agree
Yeah.
with Kenya more.
See, like, okay, like she would have got that same room if it would have been me. I'm like, girl, be happy you're here, girl.
I
Like, you're
just
not
thought
gonna
it
be in
was
the room that
dramatic.
long anyway.
She's like she wanted to like
Yeah.
cry, and my thing is, it took me back to. Do you remember when they went to Spain and she was like getting on to Portia about the doormat and how she felt like
She did the same thing.
she did the same thing. Like she was like, "Girl, it's a doormat," and in my head, I'm like, "Girl, it's a blue room. Like it's a room." Like I didn't really, me personally,
Marlo extra like it. Yeah,
I
exactly. So
love
that's why I was
Marlo.
just like,
I love Marlo. She is definitely fun. I'm glad she is standing alone without Nene on on the show.
yeah,
But
yeah.
that was extra to me. I was like, okay, but she had some funny moments which we can I guess get into too. Um, let's
Mm-hmm.
talk about Drew and Latoya. So Drew and Latoya, I will say they are giving very season 5 Kenya and Portia energy. Like new girls coming in, and they not turning it like them two because Portia and Kenya came
Yeah.
in. They was that season 5 was their season.
Yes.
They ran that season. But they
Yes.
definitely have like it's a type of a feel of that same type of energy in my opinion. So
I feel Drew won the episode for me.
oh yes, she definitely did.
Baby, when she got that headshot out, that was it.
She won the episode
Drew
for
for the win.
Latoya was not ready. So Latoya, my thing is she definitely is a baby Kenya. She definitely does not stop. She definitely is has a petty mentality, but she's not quick like Kenya. And Kenya
Yeah.
need to take her to damn Kenya
But I
school.
feel like with Latoya girl, I don't want to say she's just like Kenya, but I feel like she's more of an I don't even know if this is the correct word, like a more immature version.
Oh yeah,
It's
very.
like she wants to be like yeah, like
Yeah.
she wants to be like
And that's what
Kenya, but I
I
feel
said that
like it's
yeah.
just like
Mhm.
so ridiculous.
I said
Like you
that
keep talking about a wig.
exactly.
Like, no, like
I said
the
that I was
wig, like
like
why would you bring a wig on the trip?
I agree. But you know what? I mean, did somebody else bring a wig to? Did somebody who did that last season? Did somebody like give?
Um Kenya's wig. What was it Kenya's wig? Remember she had the what was it, Tanya?
Oh yeah, yeah. So she didn't bring a wig.
And she had her to bring the wig when they was in Canada and she left it in her hotel room. Is
Yeah,
that the
okay. That was
incident?
something else. Yeah, that was something else. Okay. My thing
Yeah,
is, I
yeah.
said that she. I don't want to compare them two, but I definitely, like I said, at recaps ago, Latoya could never be a Kenya. Whether I like Kenya or not, Kenya is an iconic in her own way, and regardless if you like her or
Exactly.
not, she definitely has made her way, and she is
She's
quick.
good for TV.
She's good for TV. She's quick.
Yes.
So Latoya got a long way to
Hmm.
go. Because this wig stuff is
Hmm.
like, okay, we get it, girl. This wig. So the
I think
issue,
she's like trying too hard to
very
like
hard.
be like shock value. Like she's just trying too hard. It's like
And
she's
my
trying to get a peach or something. Like, girl, you ain't gonna get the peach.
well,
Like,
I
just sit
feel
down.
I was told that she was supposed to have a peach. I don't know if as well or over Drew. I don't know, but apparently
Oh, really?
her husband does not is not for the filming, and he didn't want him on there
Okay.
or the baby, and so I feel like there's even like some messages going around, like some tweets basically saying like her husband is like,
Mhm.
or is like embarrassed of her. I don't know. I can't get out the facts straight, but there's
So that
definitely,
made okay. So that made make sense because I'm like,
yeah,
it's like she's really trying hard to like get a spot,
very
but
much
the way
so.
she's going about it, it's like it just comes out just very like just too much,
Hmm.
too immature. Like it's just too much.
How you feel about Phelan? So you know it started with her. You know she wasn't upset that Phelan brought her husband, but she was just like, why
Yeah.
you bring her husband? So Drew was like, oh, don't talk to her about her. She don't care about husbands. That's what
It's
started
like I
it.
don't know what to think yet because I'm almost embarrassed to say like when she first came on the screen like, oh, we're going over to her house for drinks. So
Yeah.
when they knocked on the door and she opened the door, I'm like, well, honey, what she do to have a house like this? And then when the husband come around the corner, I was like, oh,
She got a Mr.
like
Chocolate,
oh,
a
okay.
Mr. Chocolate, a Mr. African. Clearly,
Exactly. So I'm like, I feel kind of bad. I'm like, well, but
she's beautiful
I
though.
don't know what to think. Yeah, she seems sweet though. She seems
She is
sweet.
sweet, but she doesn't really have much of. She don't really say much. You know,
Exactly. So that's something I can't really gauge,
yeah,
like, because she hasn't gave me like a lot lately. Like
yeah.
she just kind of blends in a little bit. So I
Hmm.
don't know what to think. It's like she's there, but I
Hmm.
don't. She hasn't given me anything yet.
Right. Yeah, I ain't got nothing from her either. The situation where Latoya touched or grabbed on Drew.
Hmm.
What do you think about that?
So that's the thing. I was trying to look. I was like, did she really like? Did she just grab her hand, or like did she really like? It was like a yank. Because I
She
was trying to
like
look.
whatever. I don't. It looked like she kind of like, you know how you be like, come here. Like it wasn't like
Yeah, yeah.
aggressive, but with the statement that she made of with your struggling marriage, like I think Kandi somebody said like you don't be grabbing nobody while you're trying to insult them. Like that's you
Yeah,
don't do
she said.
that.
I think she said struggling husband, honey.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna
struggling
be honest,
husband.
I
That's
don't
what she
care much
said.
for her.
Struggling husband. And my thing is, girl, that
Yes, like
conversation
I
was
don't like
10,
her husband,
15
but I'm
minutes
like, you don't
ago.
go there now.
That was 10, 15 minutes ago, honey. You are late. So don't come to me about like if you didn't
Exactly.
come for me at this time of the table, girl, move on. You grab it on me. So I get it. I think everybody got it, and
Hmm.
this is the first time that everybody, I mean, literally everybody was like, Team Drew was like, don't put your hands on it, and Toya was just doing the most. Like even when they came over
As usual.
and they tried to, she apologized. She was like, I'm sorry I touched you. Can I touch you now? And Drew was like, don't touch me ever. Like ever.
Exactly.
Then she was like, can I touch your hair? And Drew's face, I'm just gonna tell you right now, Drew was not for the shits with Latoya. She was not. Latoya is I'm gonna say she was drunk because she had to have been tipsy drunk because
but she act like that all the time.
she does, but I want to say she was drunk, and I'm not saying that that's excusable, but she was acting like a damn zombie. Like girl, like you know how like let's say you got like let's say like you be out and you see those drunk girls, or let's say like you see that one drunk white girl. Let's say that, and she
It's
just
like she
so
couldn't let it go.
she
Yeah,
couldn't
she
let it
just
go.
kept
She was so that's what I
pushing that
looked at.
button.
Pushing that button, and that button was about to get her pushed because everybody was, even Kenya was like, Latoya, stop. Like at this point, like
Exactly.
it's already a very hostile environment. Like you need to defuse the situation. You're basically, and you mad because she doesn't want, because she accepts your apology, but she don't want to like be buddy buddy with you, girl. Like you still being shady, even at the table
Which is
when she,
understandable.
even at the
Yeah. I wouldn't
table
want to
when
be her
she
friend
got up
either.
and
Like,
she gave her the
girl.
wig. So her giving her the wig, and when she got up and she walked off, and she was like, look, she was like, what the hell is she wearing? Like she's just so catty and backhanded with it. Like
Exactly.
I
So
don't
that's what I'm
like it.
saying. It's just like I don't want to compare her to Kenya. It's like Kenya does shady stuff, but it's like hilarious. It's like her, it's just too much. Like, girl, it's like you trying a little too hard, and then she likes to keep pushing buttons. And like you said, that's gonna get her pushed
Well, I mean, first of
because she
all,
does too much.
this wig stuff is old. Like I'm tired of like I like a wig joke here and there, but it's like, girl. I mean, and I said this. She may have got them changed, but child, you've been wearing braids since the damn protest. At this point, it's in September or October. So, girl, and then your
Yeah.
eyebrows ain't the T. I can't say because I ain't got much, but what she got on
Remind
her,
you, remind you.
listen, I'm just saying, like your
But did
eyebrows,
you see
like
her doing the confessional though? I didn't even know that was her. Like she had like a
that.
wig or something on.
I didn't like that. That wig, it wasn't cute to me. Like
Yeah, I didn't even recognize her. Yeah, I
I
was like, is that?
recognized her.
Maybe I'm so used to her with the crack. Like, yeah, so I didn't
Yeah,
even
maybe
recognize
that's
who
why
she
she
was
wear
at
braids.
first.
Cause with hair and wig, child, she didn't look like much. She didn't look like she. Girl,
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
impressed.
Mm.
What was I gonna
Yes, honey.
say?
But the headshot, that was it. I was like, yes, girl, autograph it
Oh
for her.
yeah,
She's
she
definitely
still.
a fan.
Everybody was gagging. Like they bringing that wig stuff. That's old. But somebody saying you a fan, he got my autograph since you seal the deal for me, honey. I was like, okay, Drew. Now I see why they gave you this peach. You definitely shady. And she. I don't think she don't start no mess, but she's present and she's doing what needs to be done.
Exactly.
And
I
it's
think
just
she stands up for herself. I do like that because at first I kind of was like, I don't know if she like a good fit for the show,
yeah.
but like lately, I'm like, okay, I'm starting to see why.
Mm-hmm.
Like they gave her a piece. Like she definitely stands up for herself. So
Yeah.
I'm here
I
for it.
I agree. Let's see. So okay, so then I love the whole like back and forth about the aunties versus the nieces. I thought that was hilarious. It was definitely
Yeah.
like talls and smalls reloaded and kind of like in Spain because in Spain, child, when they called them elders, when if Nene had been there, she would have not received that comment well.
At
And
all. Uh-uh.
what got me is that the same person that was calling folks elders in that season when Nene got upset, Shamia was doing it again this time. And I do want to say
Exactly.
Shamia was very present. Like Shamia could have been had a peach. Another situation where her husband and didn't want to be filmed and stuff like that. But I'm glad. Like
Hmm.
Shamia's always fun. But I will agree, it did when they was in those rooms. It was given nieces and aunties, like the cake.
Honey, why was Marlo in there though? Talking about she a niece though.
I
Like
said, Marlo, honey, you are close to 50, but she does have fun energy, and I think that's why. Like she
she
be lit.
does. She
They said
does.
the Tito's for TTs.
Yes.
I live for that.
Yes.
Casinos is my drink, child. So I was like, this is fun.
Uh-huh.
So then they go. So basically, the next day, after all that happened, there's no plan. So Kenya's basically saying like they're gonna just chill, and that's fine. Maybe they just wanted to relax because at this point, COVID was
Hmm.
still like at an all time high. Not saying it's not now, but like there was not
Yeah.
a lot of traveling going on. So they probably wanted to relax. But as we said, Kenya's hosting skills are not the best. They have not been great. That food situation, first of all,
And I could swear she's done better than that lately.
she
Like
did a
it was
good
just like she
job
just
last
booked the
year.
house.
I agree.
Yeah, it's like she booked the house and it was like, okay, whatever. Like we was just,
Yeah.
wing it. Like that's what it seemed like. Like, yeah, it wasn't put together at all.
And as a person that likes to travel, like I travel a lot, I plan a lot of trips. Every trip I go on, typically if it's mine, I plan it. I'm always asked, is this a travel agency? No, honey. I just did the research. I did the work. When it came to, you know
Exactly.
what, honey, I ain't got our name tags up here, honey. Let me put the thing up there. So y'all can find us on Instagram.
Yes.
um,
Instagram.
and with a trip like that with so many people, you got to have some on the itinerary, honey. Like, of course, you can have a chill
Exactly.
day, but that was the first day. They should have been doing something. They were there. They're gonna be there
Hmm.
5 days. So after the first day, the second day, like yeah, I guess it's supposed to be like a barbecue or something like that. But the barbecue, whatever, was like really for night. So
Exactly. That's what I said. What kind of barbecue is this? Honey, that pig was cooking all day. Like they didn't even eat until nighttime. So I'm like, how is it a barbecue? So
I
you
didn't get
expecting
that.
these people not to eat like
And she was like, "It's
in the
food in the
beginning part of
fridge."
the
I'm
day?
like, "Girl, like obviously, then why you don't eat the food in the refrigerator if it's so damn good?" I was
Exactly.
confused.
And then I thought I did. Like again, I'm team Kenya, but I thought it was so rude when she ordered the food and then everybody else if they wanted something. Like, girl, where they do that at? Like,
Yeah, there are times on trips
yeah,
where
that
people
that
who
wasn't
can
it.
eat individually and get their own stuff. Like stuff like if you go on
Yeah,
if you go on a lot of group trips, that happens. But when it comes to situations like this, with folks hungry, child, at least partner up with somebody to get some. I mean, it's a group trip, and she's the host, so I would have had better expectations for her. But
exactly.
child, I don't know what's going on with Kenya. But
Yeah, I was looking like, girl, what?
mm-mm.
The one little crab cake. I'm like, come
And
on
then
now,
you see
not
them
the
over
little
there.
lonely.
You see all of them over there. She eating off that one half of the crab cake. She gave Tanya a piece. They always over there just. Mm. I'm like, this is some ghetto
Exactly. I'm like, you could have just literally been like, I'm
shit.
finna order food. So anybody wanting the thing, I'm thinking the barbecue is gonna be like during the daytime, like they're eating by the pool. I'm like, honey, he brought that pig in like about 10 o'clock at night. It looked like. I mean, it looked good. I will say that I'm not a big pork person, but it did look good once it like,
I didn't.
he finished cooking it. But
I didn't think that.
but I'm like,
I don't really. I don't. So
What was it, babe?
I didn't think it looked good. I'm a vegetarian and sometimes
It just looked
pescatarian.
like it
So
was well like seasoned, like.
it wasn't Tops
And then the
barbecue.
sides, I saw some mac and cheese or something. Yeah, it looked like some mac and cheese was there, and
It was.
like once he put
Yeah.
it all together, it looked
Oh yeah.
good.
Yeah. It was a mac and cheese, like maybe some green. It looked like a good old Southern fried meal.
And yeah,
It was ready at night. So I mean, if
exactly.
she had said, she could have even came to said the girls like, be down to the pool at 1 o'clock. We're gonna do some activities, something like that. Lay by the pool. But child, half the girls is upstairs. People Marlo down at the pool in her boots or putting on boots and stuff. I'm just like, this is. If I was in the trip, I would have been over it and bored. I know who I am on a trip.
I'm surprised though they're going to be there for 5 days though. That shocked me. I was like 5 days. I'm thinking it's like a 2-3 day trip. I'm like, what are y'all going to do
Well,
for like
they
five
go on
days
two
during the
trips.
pandemic?
This is the first trip, and then they go to New Orleans too, as the
Oh,
because
okay, okay,
every Housewives season they go on like a domestic trip
yeah,
usually, and then there's no international trip this year. This year they're doing South Carolina now, and then they go to New Orleans.
yeah,
I think they went around my birthday. Yeah, yeah, because
okay.
they stayed at one of my friends. They stayed at his hotel, and he was actually the one to check them in. So I can't wait to see him on the show.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking forward to that now. I know all that.
Yep. So that's coming up, but this is really like I think this is what the stripper stuff happens. So that's why they rushed and apparently rushed to get to this point. I know, child. I'm ready
I
to see that.
can't
I'm so
wait.
sad. They even
I
like
cannot wait.
they have. I ain't gonna say they did it wrong, but Tanya obviously, every girl had a confessional this episode when they were giving out the nicknames. Tanya didn't have one.
Yeah.
I feel like they probably scratched everything that she was in outside of the scenes they could because she left the show. Remember?
Hmm.
Was it like
Yeah.
after this? And, ooh,
Because of the stripper incident.
stripper gate, child, stripper go threesome gate or whatever
Stripper,
the gate
stripper
is.
gate.
So let's see what else. So okay, then I guess mainly in this episode, the other thing they had. Oh, this is the funniest moment to me. So real when Phelan came the second time. And she was hugging everybody, saying,
Uh-huh.
"Hey, hey." Marlo was like, "Wash your hands and have a seat and get you a plate." He said she around her hugging everybody, ain't washing her hands. You didn't catch
Ooh.
that? Marlo is funny.
Marlo did show up with the whole suit on, so I mean,
Her ass. I love that she's at least trying to act like she really serious about COVID. I ain't gonna say she ain't, but I'm glad she's acting like she is, because I
I'm like,
mean,
she wearing a bee suit? Like, girl, what you got on?
exactly. So then after that, I mean, like I said, the food came out and the situation between Latoya and Drew at the table with the wig and stuff. Drew owned her well. All the girls were very impressed,
Definitely.
and I just hope that Latoya will just let it go, because at this point, I don't want to hear anything else about
I
a
don't think she
wig.
will.
That wig wasn't that. I mean, it was not a cute wig, but I mean, it was just a little wig. I don't know. I don't know about wigs. I wear hats, so let me shut my ass
Yeah.
up.
Oh, I don't think she will, though. 'Cause again, like I told you, she want the attention. She's trying to like steal the show. So I think she gonna come with something else.
I don't know, child. Well, that was pretty much all the episode. What you think gonna happen in the next one? Because I think they got two more of these. I don't know how many episodes. Maybe two, at least two.
So regarding the next episode, it's
Mm-hmm.
slowly making sense because if you saw in the preview when Kandi knocked on the door, like, "Are you coming down?" The King was like, "Oh, I'm not coming down," so she stayed in the room.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense how she got the sex noises because if everybody else was downstairs or outside, whatever they were doing, and then if you snuck off with the stripper, you remember she said she heard the sex noises coming out the room,
Mm.
but she never went to the party.
She didn't
So
go.
it's like slowly. You remember the preview? They shot like a quick little preview, and Kandi
So
knocked on her door and asked when she coming downstairs.
I saw that, but I don't know. I don't know if that is for the stripper party. I think she was there.
That's what I thought. Cause yeah, you know, Kenya stayed in the room. She was like, "I'm not coming downstairs."
I don't know. I gotta see. I remember when they showed the
Yeah,
preview. I feel like I
I mean
saw
they could be
Kenya.
piecing stuff together.
Yeah, I think she didn't come down to something else. I think they were just going out to do something, and she just didn't come down. I don't think
Okay.
I don't because I highly doubt that she would miss, because it's for Cynthia. I highly doubt this. Well, child, it's Kenya. I don't
Okay,
know.
yeah,
She might, but I would think she wouldn't miss it because it's Cynthia's thing. So I'll give her
yeah.
that benefit of the
So
doubt.
I'm definitely looking forward to that. I honestly think is mine though.
What about that?
About hearing the yeah. I don't.
It's gonna be some twisted stuff, and this is where I get into the whole like, Kenya, all right, you be doing it the most. Like, I mean, it's a bachelor party, and if these girls did have a threesome with this
Mhm.
man, like, okay, but it's a TV show. I get it. I mean, but Tanya,
Mhm.
she like said she leaves the show, and I hate that because I like Tanya, but Mama
Yeah.
said, "Look, I'm not with this type of show. I got to go and get my bag," and she left, honey. She left that show.
Yeah. 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 That's the thing. I'm like, again, we're all grown, honey. You can do whatever you want. 'Cause I think even Kenya said that she was like, you could do whatever you want, honey. Just don't sit there and lie about it. So that's how I feel. Like, I honestly think it went down. But again, it's not like somebody's judging you. I'm like, honey, if that's what went down, then
Well, we gonna
that's what
see,
went
child. Kenya
down.
said like she
So,
judged, she making a negative thing. We gonna see. I don't know.
yeah, we don't know. We don't know.
As far as
But
my
I can't
other,
wait for it.
yeah, I agree. I'm ready to see it because they've been hyping it up, child. It better be better than
It better be.
what's the name of that? What's it called? What was the gate last? Snake Gate. It better be better than Snake Gate because Snake Gate was a
Like,
big letdown over nothing.
it was
I ain't got
nothing.
time.
So, Stripper Gay, hopefully it gives us what we want. We've been
Exactly.
waiting. The stripper look good, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, the
Yeah,
little preview they showed of him.
he is I saw him at Candy's little what's the thing called? The Sex Dungeon. The
Oh,
Sex
yeah,
Dungeon.
yeah.
So in 2019 she did her little tour. I went with some friends and he was one of the strippers there doing all kind of nasty stuff, Chad. And I follow him on Instagram too. So yes.
Oh, okay.
But I'm excited to see. I'm sure I don't know how much they're gonna show. I mean, Bravo, they've been going through the extremes lately to get some viewers, child. So they may show the whole damn sex scene for all we know. As desperate as they
Exactly.
are to keep the
Look,
viewers.
hopefully, like, okay.
Right.
I was like, you look like some chocolate. He look good, so
He
I
he
can't
like
wait
he
to see
like
it. So I can't
brown.
blame the ladies though.
Right. Right.
Huh?
I said he's not chocolate. He's like a caramel like brown. It's like almost maybe a little darker than me.
Okay. Yeah, he was like in a little glass thing,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I really couldn't. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, he looked good, so I'm ready to see that. Like we've been waiting, and I'm tired of talking about this wedding too with Cynthia. Like let's bring on this wedding too. Let's keep it moving.
Well,
So,
the wedding won't be filmed. We'll just probably see her getting ready, and then the next day she'll be married. We won't see the filming. They didn't film there.
oh really?
Yeah, they didn't film the wedding. Apparently, it was like I think it was like they said it was like too many people there, like to because I guess like for TV and stuff like that. I don't know, but it wasn't filmed. We would not see the wedding. We would not see Portia slay Cynthia her own wedding, unfortunately.
Oh, honey, and Eva. Well, I wanted to see Eva walk down that runway. I heard so much about it that she killed. She slayed the runway,
The
walking
runway
down the aisle.
how can you slay a
The
runway
wedding, like
walking?
walking down the aisle.
What did she do?
Eva
Chaz,
just walked
Eva,
down the
sit
runway.
down
They said
somewhere,
she
girl.
killed it.
This ain't top model. This is a
Honey, they
wedding.
said she thought it was. They said she slayed. So I was like,
Oh,
I get to see
child.
this,
What?
and
What she say? I'm gonna go ahead and pass the peach.
oh Eva, oh Lord, I was ready for Eva the Diva, but she stayed pregnant every season, so we didn't get the Eva the Diva.
Well, the show was funding all of her babies and the damn wedding, so they got time. She was a liability at this point. She had to go. Like Nene said, she ain't got nothing going on.
Exactly.
Well, if nothing
Um,
else, I think we are about to lean out. I think we've covered everything. You can find Lamicia on social media. Her Instagram is right here. Sorry for putting it up so late, child.
mhm.
But you can find her on Instagram. You may see her back on the lean one day. This is a good time. So, any last words, any last thoughts, Lamicia?
Honey, we just gonna keep watching the show. Hopefully, it picks up.
I hope it
The stripper
stay
gate is
like
gonna
this or
let
go better.
down.
If it goes back to how it was the first few episodes, I'm about to lean out and put my robe back on because
Exactly.
I ain't got
Exactly. We're
time.
trying to lean in. So everybody keep leaning in.
Hmm.
Exactly. So keep watching.
Okay. Well, make sure everybody like, subscribe, comment, all things to lean. You know where you can find me, and now you know where you can find Lamicia. Until then, we're about to lean out. We're going
Yeah.
to talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.